It was a bumpy road full of rock gardens and LCQ races, but we are here at the 2020 main event at Tough Like RORR. The fastest riders from Saturday are off, and then we work our way back. I am 44th out of the 60 riders that made it to the main event. Before any race, I gotta check out how the dirt's feeling. So I'm down here feeling it out, covered in coal dust. Most of it went down my back, so it's a good, comfortable start to the race. Shake it off. This is a long race. We've got 5 hours to do 2 laps. It's a 15-mile lap. And on the second lap, they open up even harder stuff if the first lap isn't hard enough. But here, my concern with falling on the first corner and starting further back is the bottleneck situation early on. Now, it's not so bad, but it's definitely holding you up as people are pulling away further ahead. Nobody's got any momentum at this very point, so everybody's just getting stuck. So I'm here, I gotta push because I didn't have any run up to this. Jack up the heart rate early on. It's the worst case scenario. And this is where I was saying to myself, shame on me, I really should have done better on Saturday so I could start ahead of everybody. But it is a long race, again. A lot of opportunity to catch up. So this is the same course as the LCQ so far. Again, a jam up. Over the top of that hill, we go to the right here, and we're heading over to 409. The business side of 409. Here we are, getting into business 409. People are cheering, yelling. It's exciting. It's the start of the race. It's chaos as everyone's cramming into 409. Tricky getting in right here. It's always tough. And then you put everybody adrenaline rushed into here. It gets hectic. Entry point. You're on these rocks. It's fairly steep uphill until you get up this and start cutting across. Alright, so we survived that. Get a little cool down, rest, catch your breath for 1 second, but keep pushing. We get onto the trail we were on from the Saturday qualifier and the LCQ, so everything's familiar, you know what's coming, you just gotta push through it. Like the LCQ race, we go up the Stairway to Heaven, and I take the same line, and it works works out for me because, you know, this guy's stuck. I just get in this and I crawl right up. Rougher. It was a rougher line, but if nobody's stuck in front of you, it's a better line. I see smoke and coolant. It's a minefield up here. People are stuck all over trying to find the line here. I'm following this guy. This is it right here. There it is. Oh. That was not as smooth as I wanted it. So if you remember from the LCQ, I went left and got pretty stuck. So I want to go right, although it doesn't go quite smooth either. So everybody's revved up still. We're pushing, trying to make passes. You see somebody stuck and you're like, oh yes, I can get around them. But that's like doing a sprint in the first quarter mile of a marathon. You still have to finish the marathon. Don't burn yourself out too soon. So here I don't really analyze what I'm doing. I throw the bike up, kind of hoping I can dig myself out of it, and it doesn't work. Traction was not working right at this very moment. Sometimes this does work, but it didn't here. That used a lot of energy, jacked my heart rate right up, and I'm catching my breath. And in this point where I'm slightly winded, and in the case of when I'm always winded, I strategically park myself and take a break.
Slow down.
Yep. So that guy's like, take your time. A lot of time, and I'm like, all right, you're right. Slow down, yeah, he's right. Right along all the tippy tops of these mountains. Shaun of the Dead, I believe, is what this section's called. We ran this in the LCQ, and then we dropped down into 409, the non-business side of 409. This as flawless as I wrote it in the LCQ, but I'm coming down, and I want to thank Zelinsky1 for sending me this video in, because I had no idea what happened. I heard it, but this actually shows what happened. Watch my rear wheel. Ow! Now I'm wedged. I fall to the left. I can't get the bike over to the right because it's stuck in there.
Broken spokes.
Spokes are broken. I have to get off the bike. I'm yanking on it. It would not come out. I was very frustrated. I apologize if I said something I shouldn't have there. Get the bike out. It was stuck. One of those things. It's bad luck, but it could have been avoided if I didn't do that. If I didn't go there. I saw the rock, and I was like, it's kind of iffy. And the worst case scenario happened. I dropped into that little crack.
You got it. Back.
So the next thing here, I'm coming down this hill. This is Kyle D. Simone. That ain't good.
Nope.
He's in trouble.
Don't push it down.
Oh,
Push it.
crap, I'm sorry. I caught his rear fender between the foot brake and my bike. It's wicked jammed.
I'll pull the bike up.
There we go, thanks. Sorry about your fender, I owe you a fender. I felt bad about that. Since I said I'd get you a new fender, Kyle, send me an invoice. I will PayPal you over a fender. Not only am I buying parts for my own bike, now I'm buying parts for other people's bikes that I break. Oh, this is bad. This is getting more expensive.
Come on back.
Speaking of broken things, you can hear I have broken a few spokes. They're spinning in the wheel. They're catching each revolution. There's not much I can do about it. I'm just going to keep going. It's not pretty. It's not good. But I don't have anything to cut them, so we're just going to send it. So we now take a left. Instead of going to scoring like we did on the Saturday races, we go left out to some good stuff. In the process, there's some real fun hills, good trail here that I can get the speeds up, I can cool myself down, I can cool the bike down. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know, if I really want to be competitive, I got to be pushing a hair scramble type pace through this stuff. I got to be at the physical condition to do that, which means I got a lot of work to do. Yee-hoo! Oh, yeah. Man, I picked up some speed coming down that. You know, I've thought about this. I'm sure everybody thinks about it. What if it went up that instead of down? Man, would that be carnage supreme with mayonnaise on top? Whoa! Whoa! Downshift. You hear me clicking? I'm clicking, but I think I was in like third or fourth gear. Like, what the heck? Come on! Downshift. I was having some shifting issues. Basics. Getting into some more grueling stuff. Not too bad, though, compared to what is going to come. That is some foreshadowing for you. But we got Ryan Francis in front of us. And I was feeling really good around this time. Like, I had this point where I was like, man, I'm back in it. I think I burned myself out, got a little hot in the beginning with all the traffic, but then I started to relax here. I cooled down. I was feeling good. I'm going for this hill. I just go. I didn't want to stop. I had to keep the momentum going, but I'm falling back. Oh, so I appreciate the support, the help, but outside assistance is not allowed. Like, that one guy kind of grabbed me. I had it. Like, I was there. So, I mean, I don't think it influenced anything, but it's one of those things where I can't control the spectators from helping me, but would that potentially put me up in disqualification? It's a question. Oh, it's cool down here. Nice and chilly. We're now at the Great Wall. And this is just so cool. On the edge here, you're gripping the bars a little bit tighter than usual, which does not help the whole arm pump situation. So I'm like, oh gosh, I'm real tense in those situations. Yeah, Ryan. So I go around Ryan there, and then you got this woo downhill lefty, like immediate. Woo! Yeah. Pretty frightening downhills. Again, the arm pump is not really from riding, but just from freaking out on some of these downhills. Woo! called sickness in here, and I felt really good. I was just dialed in here. Like, things were actually clicking for me for a moment. Oh my! But it only lasts so long, because the next section is called 50 Minute. And this is when things start slowing down. It gets real tight up in these peaks of these mountains, and you're just not moving very fast. At least I'm not. A very tough balancing act to try to keep this video within reasonable length, but also to properly describe the terrain that we're racing on. I'm cutting a lot out. There's a lot that you're not seeing that it just goes on and on. There's so much that I can't put it all in there, but what you're seeing is only part of it. Now, I will be putting up the full, unedited, raw footage onto my Patreon account, so you can go check that out if you are interested. I get through these rocks, and I see Mike Cook over here, hanging out, catching his breath. Mike! Howdy doody!
Looks like there's a little bit of a CF up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, taking a moment to max relax. All cool. Hanging with Zach and Tack outside of school.
So go ahead of Mike. What the hell? Holy. And we've got some ballerina acts going on up here. Good save, good save. So you gotta come down and loop-de-doop-de through this thing. So I come in with a valiant effort and drop my bike right here. But no, I come in and it's just, you gotta shoot up, pivot, and then pivot again. Nice control, but then here I just push. I get off the bike. There's certain times where strategic pushing is the better way. If it's strategic. Then there's times where it's not always the best move, but like here I was like, I'm not tall enough, I don't want to risk falling to the left, I just push it. And that's perfectly okay, so I get back on the bike. It's probably not the most energy conservative method, but we did it. We got through it. Through is through, and we're moving on. Stuff, you have to have a fan on the bike. My fan is running, and on the beta, the fan runs off the stator and not off the battery. So when the bike is off, the fan is off. So it won't run down your battery, and that is a very good design, especially since I don't have a Kickstarter. It is electric start only on the beta. But I'm really happy because I never once boiled over. Battery doesn't drain. And I never had any issues. So, like, I'm actually really impressed because my KTM, I still boiled it over with the fan, and that fan kept draining the battery, and, I'm actually quite pleased with the beta here. I need to make some of these downhill switchbacks. I mean, this is a full commitment type thing. I have no issue doing them. I just don't do them very fast. And maybe I mean, maybe that's, I don't know, like, if anybody does them fast, but I should practice them. We're now in the bear poop section, and instead of going right, like on the Saturday races, we keep going straight. And I was up on this high line. It was not bad. Not bad over here. So after all this, come down here, I stop and grab a bottle of water at a water stop down here.
It's really not that bad.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Oh, it'll get, I think it'll be bad. Not yet. This is Ezra. I'm like, dude, I think it's going to get a lot worse. But anyway, I changed the battery in the GoPro, and you guys can yell at me, major screw up, fire me. I put the thing in time-lapse mode. The only thing it really missed was this squid moment where I threw my bike down Bisexual Hill, and I'm facing the wrong way. That was a pivot turn that was beyond my capability, but because I was blocking the only line, outside assistance was granted, and we were able to get my bike turned around, and I was able to continue on. Thanks, guys, for the help. I keep moving on through Bisexual Hill here. This guy holds down those logs so I can get over. Thank you. I was like, do you need any help? He's like, no, I got it. So we go through all these rocks. It's more rocks, more rocks, more rocks. Stuff like RORR, rocks. Here, Ezra and another guy both derailed their chains in the same spot. I grab some water, we keep going. I almost flip over the handlebars right here. And that's where we drop down into the pit of McMisery, which, if you want to see it, check out last year's Tough Like RORR video, because it's really where I kind of fell apart. The hardest part was getting out of it, and there's this hill here. Covered in rocks, it was chaos, and I'm just like, I caught my breath. I had to take a breather. I worked my way up slowly, and I got up it not too bad. And then I get out of pit of McMisery, and we drop into this new pit down in a hole. The drop-in was insane. I had to get off my bike, turn it, kind of get down into these rocks. And then we get down here, and it's bad. Well, it's good. I love it, but I hate it at the same time. So I take a breather, I change the battery, fix the camera.
Yeah, this was,
Here we are. We're just down, we're down in a hole. I had an idea, though. I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be epic if they brought speakers out here and just looped the song Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains? As everyone's down here delirious and losing their minds, it would be a secondary element to make people go insane. So, the pit of McMisery zapped me. And then when I got down here and I started working through here, I was gone. Like, the whole racing thing is out the window. It's now just a matter of finishing a lap. That is how a hard enduro should be. It should be hard enough to be to the point where it's like, am I even gonna make it? Now, Ezra got wicked stuck here between that tree. And I was like, man, I should go help him, but I also gotta keep going myself. Like, I gotta help myself here, too.
What's going on?
And then Mike Cook came out and pulls me up that.
Here, I'll help you here.
And I'm like, oh, I'll help you. I wasn't really asking for help, and now I guess I'll go help. And then I didn't. I didn't go back and help Mike. The thing is, I work with Mike. I see him almost every day, and he beat me up over that. It was a mistake.
Oh, I think this is gonna be it.
I'm down in here and I'm like, dude, what the heck? How am I getting out of this? It's uphill, it's rock. Into consideration, it's 90 degrees out, hot, you're hours into this. You raced 2 races on Saturday and an LCQ in the morning, and you're pushing your bike up this and wonder why you pay money to do this. Because it's awesome, and this is what it's about, baby. I launched the bike up, it lands beautifully. It worked out so well. I've never had a nicer launch, takeoff, and landing than that right there. I got through that. There's this line here to the right that you can go up that hill and then hang along the edge to avoid some of the rocks, but all I could see is me pushing my bike up to the right, exerting more energy than if I just went straight. We would have been fine. So I did that. I don't know if it helped or not, but it was a struggle. This was when the struggle bus really began, and to be honest, we're only starting. Keep in mind, like every 30 seconds, I'm shutting my bike off and stopping for 10 seconds, restarting, going again, stopping, going, stopping, collapsing, crying, stopping, pushing. Fire up the bike, we go 2 feet. Alright, that's far enough. Take a break, take a break. Now maybe it's just my engineering mind, but in hard enduro, you really gotta have good spatial awareness of where your bike is going. I mean, there's things where you're keeping your front wheel high on these rocks so it doesn't drop into a hole. You're tracking your rear wheel so it doesn't fall into this crack or hit this rock at this angle. And sometimes just your approach into a rock garden is all based on how the bike will fit through it. There's a lot of thinking going on. It's not just, you know, slam through. No. I wish. So this guy was wicked stuck. He was struggling pretty bad to get out of this. up that.
Oh, this way. All right. Thank God. Thought we're going up left.
We got a little bit of a breather here. Slight break, but no break is long enough to prepare for what is next. And that is
Prison sex. Oh.
prison sex. We start going down into another pit. And it's, what a surprise, full of rocks. This was a bad entry. I'm going over here. Basically, just gotta drag yourself through here, up to this wall. I'm in just survival mode. I get to this, I'm like, alright, we gotta just get up over like that. Perfect. Now I can just push it up. I mean, yes, slamming it would do it as well and getting up right over in one shot, but I didn't have it at this point. Woo! Woo! This is definitely not the time to be wooing. I'm dragging my bike over rocks. We carry on.
I'll try.
Well, you can get it, but I'll take the run.
I pushed the bike here and I'm like, wow, I don't have any strength left. I am zapped, attacked. Nap time. Dude. We're not doing too well. Oh, come on! No, throttle's not gonna do it. So I just start pushing. I push this thing right up over. I'm like, ugh! To be honest, it's amazing. When you push yourself, you've got it. You've got it there, but afterwards you're winded and about to throw up. That was a boost right there. I was like, all right, I got over that. Morale is up a tick, and we're moving a couple feet per 5 minutes.
It's nice and cool over here.
One advantage, you're down in here and you would get this cold, I'm telling you, cold air coming from the rocks. coming from the ground. I don't know. Geothermal cooling. Incredible. It felt awesome at times. Break time. Another one of these humps. Now, look at this thing. I see this line to the left. See how you got, like, this crack? You got a... Oh, crack like that. Your rear wheel will get better traction in something like that because it uses the sidewall of your tire for traction. I have found. Now, if it's too deep and too wide, you'll just sink in and get stuck. But if it can grab the sidewall of your tire, you're going to get better traction. What am I doing here? Simple things. Simple things were giving me a tough time. I may have been slightly delusional at this point.
How much gas do I have?
I checked my gas. Oh, I'm on a hill.
I have no gas.
And I start to freak out. I'm having the freak out. I'm like, dude, I'm out of gas. Because that's one thing with the beta. I don't know the fuel range yet, especially when this thing's jetted so rich in this video. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm out of gas! My simple mind at this point in the heat and fatigue I was under was not processing well. So here I am. I looked at my gas tank while my bike was facing uphill, so I saw no gas. So I've got this in my head that I'm out of gas. I'm just gonna keep going. I gotta get gas. I have to get gas at the next section where I can get gas. But clearly I'm down in prison sex right now. I can't exactly go out and get some gas free willy-nilly. Oh, we're like 15 miles away from the pits, it feels like. It's a bad situation. I'm thinking all this in my head. But the one thing I knew I had to do was just to keep pushing forward. Stopping here for a photograph. No, I really was just timid coming down this hill.
I'm like out of gas.
You're out of gas.
It's looking low. I'm getting concerned. Oh, there's some in there. Oh man, it's low. It's real low.
Pretty bad. Are you on reserve yet?
How?
You're gonna go up, down another hole, and down another little one, and then you're gonna be up. You're gonna come up and do a road crossing.
All right, that's where I gotta.
So I don't know.
So I'm thinking it's bad. It's not that bad. I have like half a tank. I'm such an idiot. But I still think I'm out of gas. I don't know what was going on. I get to this thing. You can go to the right or you can go down low. So I'm trying this line to the right, and I get into one of those positions where I start to fall to the left. So I'm off the bike. And I'm pushing, trying to get it up. And then the bike starts to fall, and I'm like, whoa. I let go of it, because if I held on, it would have thrown me down. So now the best... oh, the beta! The best way to get it out is to roll her over. This was a bad point in my life. And I look up, and Cody Webb is there. Lapping me. But the beta's okay. I mean, this thing is tough as nails. This bike has survived a lot, and it's fine. It's perfectly fine. But I'm down here questioning life decisions, and Ezra is here. I keep pushing on.
God.
Got all weird in here with all these rocks. There we go. There we go. It just keeps going. We're down here. We're down here in this thing. I mean, this is insane.
Gotta go up the beach to get up this, and you're back in the woods.
Huh.
There's water, there's water up top.
All right.
Just gotta get out of here. I just gotta get up this. I was done. I was so toasted. Take a breather. And we get the bike up. I finally get up to here.
This is a nice little bike up here.
Okay.
So,
I'm afraid I'm gonna be out of gas.
So this nice lady radios in and says we need to get gas out here to the access road. So she brings me over to the access road. And I think this is where Ezra pulls off. And I was a little out of it.
All right, thank you.
you're welcome.
Because I should have said, you know, dude, let's go, let's come on, keep pushing. But I was out of it. Regardless, killer ride, Ezra. Anyway, I look at my gas tank. It's fine. I have plenty of gas on the level ground. So I'm like, hey, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we're good.
I apologize if I wasted everyone's time, but I'm okay. I think I got enough gas.
Looks like I got enough gas. I went up there to get gas.
So like always, the RORR workers and the club do an absolutely phenomenal job every year. So thank you guys. And again, I apologize for maybe potentially wasting someone's time to bring gas out there. Hopefully someone needed it other than me. Good terrain in here, and if I had more energy after prison sex, I probably would be going faster. Oh, then there was this rock. It was called Tombstone.
Should have done this better.
Luckily for me, the camera died, so a lot of throwing the bike around later. We come up to Welcome to the Jungle. I like this. Great log crossing. Then there was this hill. Taking my time, looking at it.
That was nice.
That was easy. Woohoo!
I was like, whoa, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. It just went right up. That was great. I liked it. Very fun.
For the pit of misery. But
I don't know what I'm talking about.
we got whatever this is. Holy crap. Amazing.
To do 5 laps. No. To do 2 laps in 5 hours. You have to be in incredible shape, which I was not. I have got to start a fitness training program. Like, I really, if I want to do well, I have to step it up. I have to step it up a lot. So I got to quit my day job. I got to get a trainer. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I got to figure this out. Incredible trail over here. Absolutely incredible. You come across some rock sections. There goes Ryder LeBlanc.
Is that LeBlanc?
Running in 2nd place behind Cody Webb. Incredible. I mean, he's only 18. He's killing it. There's a good downhill here. So we're getting into this side-hilling boulder field, and it's up there. Like, we are up.
Is that a good line or not?
There's this little line somebody had made through here. Kind of avoided that nasty stuff. Was called Wicked Garden, which is a Stone Temple Pilots song. I wanna run through your wicked garden. I'll stick to dirt bikes. I'm looking up to the left. We gotta go up this hill. The only blessing we had was that traction was very good. If it had rained, I don't know how this would be. It would be epic. Trouble is that you can't really get a run. I mean, you're in the garden of rocks, so you can't get any run up to it. I mean, the song goes, I want to run through your wicked garden. I can't do it. I want to, but I can't do it.
Hey,
it's Ron.
you want?
Ron Como.
Nice.
Ooh, Ron looped it, almost looped it out there. So when he dropped his bike, something happened. I was sitting here sleeping, and I think his throttle tube cracked, and he said it wasn't going back. It wasn't springing back, so he actually had to roll it back. Serpentining across this hill, trying to work my way up. Gotta push a little bit here. There we go.
Alrighty.
Oh, is this Chuck?
Yes, it is.
This was a sketchy downhill.
Yep, made that.
Another chicane here going uphill. I really like it. I really like this stuff. Nearly destroyed my hand. So here I get into one of those situations again where I start to fall to the left. Oh.
Why does that happen to me?
That was rough on the bike. Oops. Leaning on the kill switch as I was pushing the bike. I don't know why this was giving me such a heck of a time.
Stupid line.
It was one of those things. I was trying to take the right higher line to avoid a few rocks. If I had just gone low and done it, it would have been a no-issue situation.
All right.
I was losing it and falling to the left. I kept the bike uphill, but I mean, I went down. The thing is, at this point, I was like, wow, am I even safe to be riding the dirt bike at this point. I am making some really stupid and almost dangerous mistakes here. But the good news is I got on this easy street, and it was just a straight road. Beautiful, beautiful trail. So that's how they finished. You had Cody Webb, Ryder LeBlond, Ron Como, Max Gearston.
Yeah, I was next to you all day at Goats.
I stopped here, talked to Trevor for a second. We've been kind of going back and forth all race.
Woohoo!
There's the 5th place, Nick Farringer. Whatever. This is gnarly right here.
Sketchiest god dang trail I've ever been on. Okay.
One of the coolest things they did, they had these GPS pucks that they gave every rider in the main event. And it was a live feed of where everybody was located out on the track. And you could go on your phone and just look at the map and see where everybody was. Really, really cool thing to have from a safety perspective, from just observing the race. You could plan on when people were coming through. It was super cool, and I hope more races do that with these really huge tracks, these big tracks that you're out there for a long time. It's a very good idea. Ow.
Oh. I thought someone was dying. Oh boy.
Had a lot of downhills here.
Woo!
Hey, it's Lee!
Oh. Alright.
Hard, I just goofed it up.
Yeah, I goofed this up last year. Let me see if I can redeem myself. Alright.
Hey, buddy.
Woo! Close one. Oh. That is one of my scariest ones.
Seems like all I'm doing is going down, but this is that last one here. Ew, baby. messing me up. At the end here, it just felt like it kept going. Like, it's just like this video. You're like, all right, when's it over? When's it over? It just keeps going. Well, that was me at the end here.
2 miles, Zach. You got 2 miles.
All right.
Got 2 more miles. It wasn't that bad. I was tired. I was tired. I don't know why. I don't know why I would be tired after just doing 1 lap. All right, it's the checkered flag. Because I got lapped. That was it. Woo!
Yeah.
So I never hit the second lap.
Did a lap, yeah.
Stuff that opened up that was even harder, but I'm not exactly upset about that, but it would have been neat to hit. I had an awesome time. Thank you, RORR, the whole club there, putting on an absolutely incredible event, as always. Looks like I got 38th, and that's not ideal. I have a lot of work to do. This thing kicked my butt into gear, saying like, whoa, we got some stuff to figure out. So I've been making adjustments, dialing things in. We're going to get it. We're going to get better. Adam got 10th overall. Incredible finish. Tom got 48th. He got right to the Wicked Garden, to that checkpoint. He cracked his case, his clutch cover, and couldn't finish. He was bummed about that. And then Mike Cook with a 43rd. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hey, quick plug here. Patreon, Zack Attack 1. I have some exclusive content, some really funny dual commentaries with Tom. I plan to have Adam on to talk about some of his races. So, thank you guys for watching. Bad Medicine Hard Enduro is on deck. It's coming up. Thank you.